Hello, my name is Roman Edmond, and today I'd like to talk about this particular quote. Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And this particular quote is from my mentor, Jim Rohn. And it's a quote that I truly follow throughout the course of my life. And when you think about this particular quote, I look at it in two pieces. The first piece deals with formal education. And when we think about formal education, what we're talking about is the education that is from the traditional sense, high school level learning, college level learning, university level learning. So getting your diploma, getting your bachelor's that takes you 4 or 5 years, and then pursuing your advanced degrees, such as an MBA or PhD. That's formal education. And from my perspective, I would not be an individual that would indicate that this would not be necessary in order to advance your future, because it is very helpful. And I think it's a baseline or minimum level of knowledge that someone should have in order to be a successful person on this planet. However, I think that most people's goals are to get to the finish line in their mind as, yes, getting a 4-year degree, or maybe some more ambitious people getting an MBA, and I'm done. And then this is where the transition from the first part of the particular quote to the second part of that quote comes into play. It talks about self-education, and by obtaining self-education, you can strive and make a strong fortune. And this is very, very important. You rarely find individuals that want to augment their learning and knowledge by doing self-education. What they traditionally do is do what is required and what is told by the professors. And in order to succeed, and in order to be successful and have great fortune, there is a continual need for learning. In order to become more, you have to know more. You have to be more. And by being more is to do things that are not traditional and expand outside the box, which would require you to do a self-assessment, identify areas where you could improve or areas that you have interest in. And at that point, you do self-education. Now, when you talk about self-education, what are we referring to? Self-education comes in a whole potpourri of things. One could be as easy as reading books, which is the easiest way to self-education. There are hundreds of millions of books out there, and these books provide a whole host of knowledge specifically to individuals that have interest in a particular area, a particular sector, a particular niche. So find those books, read them, ask the questions, take notes, implement some of the knowledge that you garner from those books. That is essential. Another method for self-education is finding a mentor. Whatever you're thinking of doing, there's been somebody that's already done it. So the key is to identify those mentors, reach out to them, and foster a relationship. You'd be surprised that successful people are always interested in mentoring folks that are very ambitious, or at least have affinity for their specific area of knowledge. Another option may be taking seminars or specific training towards that. Whatever market you're in, whatever sector you're in, I'm pretty confident that there are seminars and forums and things of that nature that you can attend and participate that actually help you improve and become more gifted in that area. As you continually do and identify these areas and identify areas where you can enhance your knowledge, what you actually do is you expand yourself in becoming a greater person. And when you become a greater person, you add more value to the marketplace. And if you add more value to the marketplace, not only are you rewarded more monetarily, you also will have avenues open up for you, which then gives you opportunities that you don't even see right now. So again, one of the things that you need to realize when we talk about this particular quote, and the quote again goes, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. To make you a fortune, it's up to you. Making you a living, everyone that goes through that particular progression of that degree or that diploma has the same level of knowledge that you do. So what sets you apart to making you a fortune is the self-education and the amount of time, energy, dedication that you spend in building yourself and making you a bigger person. And as you do that, you'd be surprised on the progress and good fortune that you may have. Thank you for listening. And if you're interested, you can reach out to me at any time and check me out at romanedmond.com. Thank you.